Yo, what's going on, y'all, and thanks for tuning in. As you can see by the title, we're gonna be ranking iconic celebrity hairstyles. There's gonna be some celebrities that I choose, but I also went on Instagram and had you guys select celebrities that you thought were worthy of being ranked. But before we get into that, I did want to address some things about my first giveaway on YouTube. I know it's been a minute, alright, but I have not brushed it aside. Boy, if you don't get— I'm just in the process of picking the winners. So my last video, there was a survey and I got about 100 submissions. Basically, I'm gonna be giving away a bunch of products from 3 of my favorite brands, featuring Camille Rose, As I Am, as well as Mael. You know Mael gotta be in there. And I'm gonna go through and pick 3 people. If you're thinking you're about to get in the giveaway now, I'm sorry, you missed it. You should have watched the last video. Turn your post notifications on. And make sure to keep watching all the way to the end of the video because I do have something really special to share with you guys at the end. But for now, let's get into the video.
Good morning, USA. I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day.
Alright y'all, so here we have it. We got about 35 of your favorite celebrities, anything from musicians to actors to athletes and everything in between. And these were actually submitted by you guys on Instagram. So if you want a part 2 of this, you can go over to my Instagram and you can DM me your own submission so we can get a part 2 going. So here's our tiers. At the very top we have historic, which means that your hair is sealed along with your legacy. Second we have iconic, then good, mid, bad, and lastly, and probably my favorite one, we gotta go bald. And you know, hopefully we don't have to give out too many haircuts today, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get into it. First up, we have The Weeknd. Now, I know The Weeknd has an afro right now, and thank God he does, but what I know The Weeknd from is this haircut right here, bro. And this was just a heinous crime to society. So first off, I want to say, amazing, talented artist. You really put your heart and soul and everything you have into your music. And we can tell because you don't put no effort into your hair, bro. It looks like roadkill. It looks like you ran over a skunk and then stitched on top of your head. I'm not gonna lie, we gotta go bald. We gotta go bald. And speaking of amazing, talented artists, we're gonna move on to a new topic, which is Ice Spice. Now, she does have an afro. I don't know if it's real or not because I've seen like the Ice Spice wig on Amazon. I'm just gonna assume that it's her hair, but even so, like, the hair itself is iconic, but it just doesn't really fit her face. And honestly, it looks like she belongs in a circus. So I'm gonna put her in, honestly, I'm gonna put it in mid. Like, I have seen people do like the Halloween costumes with Ice Spice's fro, and for that reason I have to give her credit, but I feel like it was just for the trend. So yeah, she's gonna go in mid. Next up we got Michael B. Jordan with the comb over dreads. So when it comes to him, the only reason he can pull this off is because he's Michael B. Jordan. I feel like if you're attractive, you can probably pull off any hairstyle. The hairstyle itself sucks. It's such an injustice that we always see in like video games and stuff like that, but like I have only seen maybe a handful of people actually rock this hairstyle and it doesn't look good. So I'm gonna put it in bad. Look, it's not The Weeknd level, it's not we gotta go bald, but like it's bad. Then we got OBJ. OBJ is going immediately to iconic. And here's why. Look, I'm in my 20s. I don't know if y'all are around for the generation where OBJ made that catch and everybody was raving about him, but he had like the mohawk with the dyed tips. Back then when he was trending, bro, everybody wanted to be him. Everybody was rocking his hairstyle. Every kid was rocking his hairstyle. I'm not gonna say everybody, but every kid like was rocking his hairstyle and wanted to be him. So I'm gonna put him in iconic. Next up we got Snoop Dogg. Now he has rocked a lot of hairstyles, but in my opinion, the one that comes to mind is this one with the braids and knockers. You know, it looks like something out of elementary school. This is another case of like you can only pull this off if you're a certain person. And I feel like Snoop Dogg is just like heavily respected and loved as an artist, so he can do whatever he wants. It's iconic, yes, but can anyone else pull this off? Absolutely not. So for that reason, I'm putting him in mid. Now, Donald Trump, I put him on here by myself, I'm not gonna lie. But the only reason he's on this list is because I've literally never seen hair like this. Like, I genuinely don't know what it is. It looks like a built-in hat, bro. It's bad. I just wanted to put him on the list because I thought it'd be funny. Now, next up, we got Corey with the, because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't let you change my mind. The fro he has now, like, I'm rocking with it, but this was just a crazy phase to go through. Bro really actually had an emo phase, and it's hilarious to me. I'm not gonna lie, we gotta go bald. We gotta go bald, bro. I don't know what was going on through your head back then, but I'm glad you made the right decision and cut it off and started over, because now you're looking straight, my man. Next up, I'm gonna go with X, and this is another iconic one. When this photo right here was released, he absolutely blew up as an artist. I remember seeing people in my high school, all I saw was like half blonde locks everywhere. His hair is like really sealed with him as his legacy lives on. So immediately going to iconic for me. Next up, we have Andre 3000, and I chose this one because I know he's known for his afro as well, but I just thought this one was much more iconic because he's rocking a hairstyle that's once again hard to pull off. But it works for him. It works for him, so I'm gonna put him in good. Next up, we got Doja Cat, and I know some of y'all are gonna hate me for this, but I think that her cutting off her hair and going bald is actually a power move, and I still think she's attractive. Like, a lot of y'all say like, oh, she's not attractive after the move fade, like, you know, the I'm a cow thing, but like I still think she's attractive, and this hairstyle actually works for her, so I'm putting her in good. I don't think it's that bad. Now next up we have Pop Smoke, and this is another one that's gonna go to iconic because it's one thing to do a hairstyle, but another thing to have a hairstyle named after you, so immediately iconic, it speaks for itself. Now with Drake, I have his braids, and I have the other hairstyle when he had the little heart and the waves with the fade. Now the braids, I think I'm gonna put them in like mid because it's nothing special about the braids. All right, I've seen, it's just cornrows. All right, there's nothing iconic about it. People were doing it long before he did it, and people are still doing it now. But in terms of the one with the waves and the heart, I'm gonna put it in good, only because this is something that is like his signature style. Anytime I saw someone with this hairstyle, they were definitely getting clowned for it, but I don't think the hairstyle in itself is bad, so it just goes to good. Next up we got ASAP Rocky, and I'm gonna put it in iconic. When someone says ASAP Rocky braids, this is immediately what you think of, and you know, it is box braids, but I feel like he definitely owns men's box braids in my opinion. Now we have Corbin Blue. I'm gonna put him in good. His curly fro back when he was in High School Musical, it was like, at least when I was, you know, coming up, I think I was in like kindergarten, all the girls loved it, so I'm gonna put it in good. When I did like the orange fro, they were like, oh my gosh, Corbin Blue, you like Corbin Blue? I was like, okay, all right. So he goes to good. Next up we got LeBron. Someone submitted this and I just thought it'd be funny, but he actually has a magical hairline that bounces up and down his scalp depending on how he feels, just like a basketball up and down the court. And because of that, we're gonna have to put him in iconic because who else's hairline is doing that, bro? Oh, next up we have Cam Newton. I forgot what year this photo was taken, but it's on one of the Madden years. It looks like SpongeBob is supposed to be living in here. Genuinely shaped like a pineapple. I don't know why he decided to take his picture with it like this, but it looks ridiculous. Even when he doesn't have it tied up, his locks look like he doesn't care about him at all. And for that reason, I'm gonna put him in bad. I feel like Kodak, this is probably really close to historic, only because like, this is like the coin hairstyle of all of Florida. Like, you see somebody with wicks and you immediately think that they're from Florida, and you're probably right. So I think I'm gonna put him in historic. Next up we have another silk press, and this one's Cat Williams. I'm not scared of being exposed because I don't have any dirt to get out, so I'm gonna put it in mid. Next up we got Michael Jackson. Now with Michael Jackson, I chose the afro of course, and it's gonna go to historic immediately, but the reason I didn't choose like his hairstyles from his older years is because it's a little bit lucrative and we don't really know what's his and what's not. He's still going in historic. His fro, just like, where you think this is inspired from? Immediately historic. Now Kanye, the only reason I put Kanye on this list is because I found this photo. This man looks like the hood avatar. Instead of like telling people which ways to go, he'll just turn his head like this. Who told him to shave 2 arrows on all sides of his head, bro? This look ridiculous, man. We gotta go bald. We gotta go bald, bro. Now next up we got Lil Yachty. The red and white bees. I've never seen any guy wear their hair like this. I don't think they would want to wear their hair like this. So I would put it in bad, but this is the hairstyle he's known for and he made it his own, so I'm gonna bump it up to mid. Next up, I got the Travis Scott braids, which is basically just ASAP Rocky braids. It's about the same thing, to be honest. He just has like the mid taper, so I'm gonna put it up in there in iconic. Next up, we have Jay-Z with his locks. It looks like there's just like a spider or some insect on the back of his head. It looks ridiculous, man. I'm gonna put him in bad. Honestly, no. I was gonna put him in We Gotta Go Bald, but it's not this bad, you know? So I'm gonna leave him there. Next up, we got 6ix9ine with the rainbow dash hair. Now, we talked about Ice Spice and how she looks like she should be in a circus, but this dude, he right in there with her, bro. Like, he the main act. I'm gonna put him in We Gotta Go Bald. Like, it is iconic and like, this is the hairstyle we know this man for, but like, of all the things you could choose, this is the worst possible thing you could do. Now we got Tyler, the Creator. Now, obviously this isn't his hair, but someone submitted it and I thought it was funny, so I'm just gonna put it in bad for obvious reasons. Like, it looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. Now we got Jimmy Butler with his emo hair. You're going right down there with Corey, bro. I don't know what you thought you were doing, but you didn't do it. Now we got Colin Kaepernick. His fro is absolutely insane. I gotta put it in iconic. I feel like when he took the knee, he low-key made history. He got a lot of publicity for taking the knee, but I don't hear anybody else talking about him right now. So I'm gonna put him in iconic instead of historic. Next up, we have Future. This is the grandfather of the nonchalant dreadhead community, so I'll put him in good. Honestly, there's nothing special about it. He just has locks. But he definitely is leading our entire generation right now. So I'm gonna put him in good. Next up, we have Rihanna with her Bantu knots. This is an artist that rocks a lot of different hairstyles, but I just thought the Bantu knots looked absolutely beautiful on her, so I'm gonna put her Bantu knots in good. I think before this, I don't remember seeing any like celebrities rocking the Bantu knots. Now, Lupita, she is known for making a scene anytime she steps anywhere. She's known for her iconic hairstyles, so I gotta put her in historic. She's done like a lot of different like creative hairstyles since I've been seeing her, so I'm gonna put her into historic. I feel like it's just gonna continue to get better and better, so she's going up to historic. Now, Will Smith with his box during Fresh Prince, like it was good back then, but it's just not working right now. And I feel like the box is dying, has been dead, and is now being beaten as a dead horse of the hair community. His box is going to mid. Next, we're on to The Rock, and the only reason he's here is because not only someone submitted him, but he's an example of someone who looks better bald. I'm assuming he was going for like some pseudo box-like hairstyle, but it just didn't work. I'm putting it just one tier below Will Smith and putting him in bad. Next up, we have Bruno Mars. His afro now would definitely land him in good. But the pompadour, I think it belongs in bad, to be honest. Like, it worked on him, but a pompadour is like a hairstyle that only works on like specific people, and it's a group of people that's like very small. So this is something that not everybody can rock, but it definitely was his. So it's definitely iconic in that sense, but like other than that, it's pretty much all around bad. Like, the only reason he can rock this hairstyle is because he's attractive. Next up, we got Harry Styles Jr., and this is just like more like a meme than anything. Like, I saw like what he said about it, and he was like, there was just like a hairstylist at like the studio or whatever, and they didn't know how to do black hair, so they cut his hair and gave him like this rainbow of a hairline, bro. And unfortunately, right now, this is what you're known for. I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't seen anything from him since then, but we gotta go bald. Dang, my blade getting a lot more wear and tear than I thought I would. Okay, and lastly, certainly not least, definitely not least, the cover of one of the greatest albums of all time, definitely historic by far. Blonde hair is definitely one that's going to be remembered. As long as this album is great, which will always be great, it's going to be historic. I'm just going to look over it real quick and see if there's anything I need to change around, but honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with this list. I might have to move a couple people around in iconic, but other than that, I think this list is pretty solid.
Penny X.
So after revising, I went ahead and moved Travis Scott down by 1 because looking at it again, I think that the fade on it doesn't look as good as ASAP Rocky's without the fade. So I dropped it down, and we all knew LeBron wasn't actually up there. So I dropped his magical hairline down to bad. This is the final list. This is the final product, guys. So we did it, yay! And we only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that we had to go bald. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's run it back. Oh my gosh, guys, it came, and it's unopened and unscathed and hasn't been touched, and I just can't wait to see this play button for the first time. We worked so hard to get here, and to open this up for the first time is just gonna be an amazing experience that I really want to share with y'all as well. And it's only right to open up this box with the tool that got us to this point. All right, I thought this would be easier. Okay. Who would have thought that just by picking out my hair one day would be one of the best decisions in my life? We got our little note from YouTube there. Do you remember your first subscriber? Yes, my first 10 subscribers were actually me. I made 10 different Gmail accounts just so I would hit 10 subscribers. Yes, I remember my first. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with a Silver Creator Award. Congratulations to the microphone heads. I love y'all. And now we're actually gonna reveal the button that I'm seeing for the first time. I'm gonna peel it back like the plastic on some craft singles. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Are y'all seeing this? Do y'all see how beautiful this is? Oh my gosh, y'all. Totally Tariq for passing 100,000 subscribers, bro. I know I've already opened it, of course, but like still at the same time, it just feels so surreal because I've literally grown up watching my favorite creators do the same unboxing their play buttons, you know, cheering them on for their 1 million, 10 million subscriber, and it's just like so unreal to see like now I'm doing the same thing. And when I was younger, I did want to be a YouTuber, and the world kind of made me think that it was something unrealistic or unachievable. But let this be a testimony that whatever it is that you really want to do, you can go out and you can do it. No matter how unrealistic it may seem, it's still out there. You just have to put the work in to get it. I've been doing this for about 3 years now. I started on TikTok making, you know, my cringy TikTok videos back in 2020, and now in 2024 I'm making equally cringy videos, but now I'm doing it on YouTube. I really wish that I could like have each individual subscriber, that I could have you guys hold this too, because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Without so many different supporting elements in my life, this wouldn't be possible, because there's been a lot of times where I did want to give up. There's been a lot of times where, you know, it looked discouraging because I'm not seeing like the results of the work that I'm putting in. This is just the greatest sign that all the work that you put in will eventually pay out. I did thank you guys first because you guys really are the ones that supported me up to this point, that got me here. But the most thank goes to God, because without him, I wouldn't really be here. Also, I want to thank my girlfriend, who does almost every single hairstyle you've ever seen, so she's definitely been a huge part of me getting here as well. And also my parents. No matter how long I go without talking to them, and no matter how much I do the opposite of what they say, they still support me. So love your parents, guys. They're just doing what they feel is best for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna name everybody. There's a lot of people that have supported me and, you know, just helped me along the way, whether it was my best friend filming for me, people giving me rides from work and stuff like that because I don't have a car. I just want to thank all you guys. It's so important to have like a village around you, because you cannot make it by yourself. So just be grateful for the community you have around you and all the people you have around you supporting you, because like I said, there's been a lot of times where I just wanted to give up, and with their help, is giving me the strength to not give up. And with your guys' support, it really gives me the motivation and confidence to do what I do. That's all I have to say. I really appreciate you guys. Every time you guys like, comment, or subscribe, all that stuff, it just means the world to me. I know right here we've hit a milestone, but we got a long way to go, and it's only up from here. So let's get it. Peace.
I know I'm destined for greatness. They said you're not gonna make it. Right hand on the Bible, I'm patiently waiting. You think they your friend, but you talking to Satan. She said my pockets ain't big enough. They was laughing, yeah, they told me to give it up. Now I'm running through the bins like a double dutch. Lost some people, man, I wish you was here with us. Yeah. Back then as a kid, rags to riches is all that we wish. Giving my all, tell me why would I quit? Along with the sharks, I ain't swim with the fish. Switch on my landscape, I remember days I didn't have no faith. Now I'm ballin' on these niggas like 2K. Saying I'm changing, I'm just missing the old days. I'll only be working, I'm chasing the digits.